It's time to go on a trip, and us as the amateur is going to take on the professional travel agent, and let's go to Japan. And we're even going to be using the really cool ceramic token bowls. So get with us after this musical interlude to see how it plays solo. All right, here we are set up for the solo play of Let's Go to Japan. So a couple things I want to mention is we have the deluxe edition, so that's why everything's wood bits and whatnot. And these ceramic bowls we got separately from the Kickstarter. 2, I have the round tracker board right here on my board. Typically it's between the players, but for space I put it right here so you can keep track of that as I go. 3, this is the travel agent's board. They do have everything else kind of put where it belongs. I just have it up there because I'm just going to be stacking the cards, and I'll bring it down when we do scoring for them. Number 4, I don't know. I'll just keep going. They normally start on a 2. They start on 3 for this because I am using the Passport expansion that came with our game, which gives me a special power in the game. In this instance, what it is each one of the green money one is going to move my mood tracker 2 spaces instead of 1 during my trip, and each one of those symbols scores 1 point at the end of the game. So because I'm playing with that, they start at 3 instead of 2. And I think that's about it. So how the solo play is going to work is we set it up basically as a normal 2-player game, except obviously they'd start at 2, but 3 instead. And then we are going to still play. We are going to start by playing a card and passing a card. I will say, if you're wondering about what everything looks like inside and how the game really plays, check up above. There will be a link to our unboxing, followed by a how to play in that same video. You can check there. I'm going to just go over this briefly. So I am basically going to draw a card from each deck. I am going to play 1 card and pass 1 card. When I pass a card in the solo play, it's just going to go face up on their Monday. It's going to go we're going to basically build the stacks for each day as we go down. When I pass 2 cards, I choose which one goes on top of which. Also, when I pass a card, I will then take a card face down from that stack and put it in my spot here as if it's been passed to me from my opponent. So for example, if I throw a Kyoto card there, I'll take the top Kyoto card, put it there without looking at it. I will eventually look at it when we start playing through the past pile. That being said, really quick, I'm basically going to be putting cards in my itinerary. I can put them wherever I want as I go. Once a day has 3 in it, I'm going to count up the symbols that match the one up here. Do one of these actions based on how many symbols I have. And then once I have all the days filled, which will happen after the last round, we then will go through each one scoring the highlight of the day. The highlight of the day is the topmost card, and at the bottom it'll have a scoring condition that needs to be met when you score that card. So if you're not far enough on a track by the time that happens, you don't score it. There will be points in the corners. We'll add all that up here in our travel journal each day, depending where we are on the happy and unhappy marker. Each of our experience tokens will score based on where they are on the track. Luxury trains or non-luxury trains will be negative points. And then if I have any of these tokens left, they're 1 point at the end of the game. And then as I said, those symbols will be a point for me. That being said, I'm going to be playing through probably I'll go first 2 rounds. We'll fast forward to the last round. I'll play that, and then I'll show you how scoring works. I will say that, as I said, my highlight of the day, I have to satisfy the conditions. The solo bot, the travel agent, does not need to. They're just going to score all their highlights of the day. And yeah. All right. So we will get started. So the first thing we do, if we look on our board here, is we draw a Tokyo and a Kyoto card. Then we decide which one we want to do. So some things you're going to want to look at here are the symbols. You're going to match them possibly up to the day that they are there. You're also going to want to maybe try not to move between the cities too much because you need trains to do that. However, maybe something will do stuff, like this Tokyo station. In order to satisfy this one, I'll have to have traveled 3 times. So we start with the train, so we need to travel 3 times before this hit, which means it would probably be at the end. So I'm probably not going to take that one. We're going to start off with buy a gift in an interesting shop. So this is a Tokyo card. So that gets past there. And this gets put face up on there Monday. Thusly. Next round, we draw 1 from each, and we're going to be playing 1 and passing 1 again. So this one wants sushi by the end, or see a concert. So that's going to be 6 and 1 per, so that should be at least 10 points if we do it. I like the fact that's a yellow card, so we are going to do that one there. We are passing a Kyoto, so a Kyoto goes down here. I'm just going to stack them like that. I'll expand them out when we score for them. Round 3. So you get the gist. When we get to this spot, I'm going to be taking all 4 from here, choosing 2, passing 2, and so forth. All right? I'll see you when we get to that final round. Alright, we are in the last round, so you'll notice that last one I did was I discarded a card and went for a walk, and when you discard it, you can go for a walk wherever, and I chose Tokyo. So now they sent me a Kyoto card. Well, technically, it's a yellow one, so I couldn't choose whatever, so I'm going to choose Tokyo, because I want to stay in Tokyo here. I've not done this one yet. That's 2 symbols. I'm going to grab me another wild. I think, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I did. I just didn't flip that over. So this is my last one. So in the last round, you use this card and one of your choice. I am choosing Tokyo. So it's Capsule Hotel. Hotel would be nice. It's going to give me points for there. I don't know if I have enough trains, but I'm going to make do because I think I want another wild token. Ooh, but that's going to give them 11 points. But hopefully I win. So we're going to put this one. So that's going to be 5 and 1 per that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9 points. This is 5 and 1 per speech, which would be 9. We're going to stick that there, though. So that completes that. There's 2 of those, so I'm going to grab one more wild. All right, so let me lay out my trains, and then we'll do all of my scoring. Then we'll bring them down and see who won. So we're going to go. We change cities. We changed cities. We changed cities. We changed cities. And then cities once more, so I do have to grab a -2 train. So hopefully that doesn't hurt me in the long run, but we will find out here now. So basically how scoring works is you're going to go down. Let me get this round tracker out of the way now, so that we can move our tokens. We are going to basically go down, move our stuff over here. I'm going to put this up here to remind myself. And as you go down, you move that over and then see if you've accomplished the bottom. Which I just realized I probably won't get this one. Let me just make sure there's nowhere else that's going to move speech. Because I optimally, I think, want to do the speech down here. I wasn't paying attention with that one. I was thinking more of the movement. I probably should have tucked that one back one. Well, I wouldn't have had that either. So, yeah, it's probably going to bite us in the bum in the end. So, first we have this, which actually moves us over 2. Moves this over 1. This resets. Moves us over 1. This moves us over 1. This moves our temple. And then moves us 2, like so. So we didn't get the highlighted day. Instead, we just only get these points. So 4, 5, 8. Come to this next one. We move over 1 for this. Then we move our flower and our temple. We move our temple 2. We move back 1. We move forward 1 because of the train. And then we move the temple forward 1 more. This, I needed to have those 2. Well, I guess we might not be getting this one. So let's spend these 2 to kick these 2 forward so I can get this one at least. That's 3 points plus 1 per shrine symbol. So that's 8, 10, 12, 13. I will say it is one of the problems I always end up running into when I play this game is I tend to just accidentally throw the last card on top and not necessarily think through the highlight of the day. It's just something I got to work out in my brain. All right, this next one, move the flower 1. Move the flower 2. We go back 1. We move the shrine up 1. So make an offering. We can accomplish that 2 per that money symbol. We have 1, 2. So that's going to be 4, 7, 8, 12 points. Going through Thursday. Moving our shop. Moving our shop. Moving our shop. Moving back 1. We do have at least 2 of those symbols, so we score 7 points, and shopping goes up 1. So that's 8, 10, 17. Friday, flower, back 1. First speech, back 1. Speech, and here's where I would have needed those wild tokens to move it up by 2, so I wasn't able to. So that is instead only 5, 9, 11. All right, this next one. So we move over 1. Wait, no, this is my walk. All right, so what we do here is we flip this over and choose if we want to do it. And we will, because I like that symbol better than the other symbol. So that's going to move me 2. This moves me 2. This moves me 2. We move our sushi 2. And we move back 1. Now, do I have at least 2 speech symbols? I do. So that's going to be 5 points and 1 per spending symbol, which I have 1, 2, 3. So that's 8, 9, 10, 14. My happiness is at 20. I'm going to include this in here with these tokens. So I do have 1 wild. So I am going to use it to push up my sushi there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have 2, 4, 6, 4 points in trains and nothing down here. So let me get mine cleaned up really quick. I'll move theirs down and we'll score them and we'll see who won. All right, so we have them set up. They do not use train tokens. They did not get any day bonuses. So we are just going to go down, and again, they're going to score every highlight of the day. So they started at 3. So let's unstack these for now. So we move shopping 1, and sushi moves 2. And then they get 3 points and 1 per sushi. So it's 8, 11, 15, 18. Already looking bad. So these both move 1. This moves 1. They go back here. Shopping goes up 1. Then they are going to get 8 points and go back. So 8, 11, 15, 18. Next up, shopping. They go here. That gives them unhappiness. Then 2 of the shrines. And that way. And then a shopping. 8 points and a shopping. So 8, 10, 11, 15. Nothing for the baseball game, the flower, the temple. 2 points per temple and speaking. So that stays still at 3. So that would be 6, 9, 11, 16. And I finally beat them in a row. Here, sushi moves up. And shrine moves up 5 points and 1 per speaking. So that's 5. So that's 8, 11, 15, 20. And then here they go shrine. Move 1 that way. Shrine and flower. And then just a straight 11 points. 11, 15, 17, 19. Their happiness is -3. Their tracks is 16, 20, 32. No trains and none of those. Let me get these scores added up and I'll let you know who wins. Alright, so we have it added up, and Travel Agent 135, I scored 120. Like I said, messing up with putting the highlights of the day on those couple really did do me in at the end, because I definitely missed out on, I'd say, 15 points by not scoring some highlights on those. So scoring highlights of the day should really be your priority. If you get the day bonuses, that's cool, especially luxury trains if you're hopping around a lot like I did. But yeah, so that is the solo version of Let's Go to Japan. If I could get you to go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell to the channel, please, I would be appreciated. So until next time, enjoy your visit